Do you know what's more terrifying than a horror movie villain? Spending 40 years of your life perfecting the art of opening Microsoft Teams just to retire with a gold watch and back pain. If you're clocking in at 9 and mentally clocking out by 9:04, congratulations, your soul is trying to flee your body like it's on fire. And the worst part? Most people think this is normal. A predictable paycheck tied to an unpredictable life. Living for the weekends is the adult version of, I'll be happy when I grow up, except you're already grown and still asking your manager for time off to attend your own grandmother's funeral. If this hit you like a passive-aggressive email from Janet in HR, good. It means you're still alive. Because you don't need a resignation letter, you need a resurrection. Today in this video, we're talking Stoic Discipline, storytelling superpowers, and why 2025 is the best and funniest time to break free from the corporate hamster wheel before your soul starts forwarding emails automatically. Stoicism. Stoicism isn't about wearing togas or quoting dead philosophers to sound profound at brunch. It's about building emotional bulletproof glass between you and the flaming chaos of the world. In 2025, entrepreneurship is less about having a killer product and more about not curling up in the fetal position every time your striped dashboard takes a dip. According to The Mindful Entrepreneur, published in July 2025, founders who regularly practice Stoic reflection, morning journaling, negative visualization, premeditating failure report not only lower stress, but significantly improved resilience in high-pressure situations. Basically, they don't panic when the Wi-Fi drops during a Zoom pitch to investors. And here's the kicker. This ancient framework is dominating boardrooms more than buzzwords. Why? Because founders are realizing that hustle culture without inner peace is like driving a Ferrari without brakes. You might get there fast, but you'll probably explode on the way. Fadi El-Khatib, former pro athlete turned multi-venture entrepreneur, told Philosophize this in April 2025 that his edge came from the Michael Jordan method: high-performance rituals, radical discipline, and zero emotional babysitting. He doesn't rely on vibes, he relies on virtue. And now he builds brands stronger than his jump shot. 2025 entrepreneurs trading business cards for freedom. You're not the only one eyeing the escape hatch. As of early 2025, there are over 33.2 million small businesses in the United States. That's not a typo, it's a full-blown migration. You know what they call that many people quitting the 9-to-5 system? A Clue.Search Logistics January 2025 report reveals the most common reasons people ditch their jobs to start businesses: freedom, passion, and the thrilling desire to stop faking smiles during mandatory fun Zoom calls. In fact, 30% of these founders didn't even go to college. You read that right, no fancy MBA, just raw guts, Wi-Fi, and the will to escape performance reviews that sound like sandwich orders. You need to be more agile with extra synergy on the side. But don't pop the champagne just yet. Roughly half of these businesses won't survive 5 years. And tech startups? They drop like influencer apologies, 95% crash and burn. But here's the plot twist. The ones that survive? They use one secret weapon that no MBA ever teaches. Storytelling, because nobody buys solutions. They buy stories. Want to sell anything in 2025? You need more than a product, you need a narrative. You could have the best eco-friendly, AI-enhanced, gluten-free widget on the market, but if your pitch sounds like a PowerPoint from 2013, you're toast. The stats don't lie. A May 2025 report from Higo Creative found that story-based marketing increases conversion by up to 30%. And story-backed facts are remembered 22 times more than random data. That means if you launch a product with just bullet points, it'll be forgotten faster than your company's Slack password. Consumers, 92% of them, according to Electro IQ, prefer advertisements that tell a story. Not features, not specs, a story. Something to believe in, cry over, or at least chuckle about. So unless your product can literally teleport customers to a stress-free island, you better wrap it in a good narrative. This isn't about faking emotion or slapping a sob story on your landing page. It's about emotional resonance. As Lita Citroen said in a 2025 Investors.com feature, people forget what you said, but they remember how you made them feel. In other words, your website isn't just a place to sell. It's your stage. Now go perform. Logic finally meets SaaS. Brace yourself. 90% of professionals now work with data every week. according to Canva's 2025 Global Survey. And 2/3 of them panic like it's algebra class all over again. Why? Because interpreting numbers without a story is like handing someone a dictionary and yelling, "Now feel something." When paired with strong visual storytelling, data becomes a plot, not just a plot point. Companies that embrace data storytelling report up to 20% better performance across teams and departments. Suddenly, your boring chart isn't just a chart, it's the underdog in Act 1, the crisis in Act 2, and the triumphant rebound in Act 3. Yes, you can and should make your spreadsheets Oscar-worthy. So next time you're tempted to show a bar graph and walk away, stop. Give it drama. Make it spicy. Maybe even throw in a subplot. Data doesn't have to be dull, it just needs a good narrator. And that narrator is you, my friend. True stories of escape proof that this isn't just TED Talk hype. Jasmine was a schoolteacher from Ohio who hated staff meetings more than she hated slow Wi-Fi. She used Instagram storytelling to turn her home organizing passion into a six-figure business. She didn't start by selling. She started by telling. Her posts weren't closet decluttering available. They were, "Today I helped a single mom reclaim her morning piece one drawer at a time." Then there's Leo. This Gen Z ex-finance bro left Wall Street to start a weekly newsletter on money, mental health, and stoicism sprinkled with sarcasm and memes. His tone? Equal parts Socrates and stand-up comic. His audience? 50,000 subscribers in 6 months. Now he runs online courses, gets brand deals, and still hasn't worn a suit since he quit. These aren't unicorns. These are people who realize that clarity beats credentials, story beats strategy, and peace beats perks. They didn't build a business that replaced their boss, they built one that replaced their prison. Build a business, not another burnout machine. This is where most people get it wrong. They escape a 9-to-5 job only to build a 24/7 business that eats their soul for breakfast. Entrepreneurship shouldn't feel like an anxiety-inducing video game with no pause button. And yet, here we are glorifying the grind while ignoring our own slow-motion breakdowns. Stoicism slaps that nonsense out of your hands. Says, define success, design your day, prioritize peace over performance. Your business should work for you, not the other way around. And storytelling is not just about getting likes. It's how you attract the right customers, partners, and even investors who vibe with your mission. When done right, it filters your audience and fuels your soul. When done wrong, it sounds like a broken podcast, so here's your checklist. Build with clarity, grow with discipline, and market with narrative firepower. Skip the hustle hysteria. Choose impact with integrity. And for heaven's sake, stop glorifying burnout like it's a badge of honor. Nobody needs a martyr in a hoodie. So what did we learn today? Stoic discipline is your shield. Storytelling is your sword. And 2025 is your battlefield. You've got real data, real strategies, and real examples of people who made the leap without losing their minds, their values, or their Netflix passwords. This isn't about quitting your job with zero plan and announcing it on LinkedIn like a dramatic soap opera character. It's about preparing, practicing, pre-committing, creating a story so strong, people don't just watch it, they follow it. The world doesn't need more products. It needs more stories that matter. And yours? It's just getting started. Now go. Build something that feels like freedom, not a slightly prettier cage. Loved this video? Smash that like button harder than your morning alarm snooze. Subscribe for more no-fluff wisdom on building a life worth narrating. Drop your weirdest entrepreneurial idea in the comments, I'll reply, roast it, or maybe invest in it.